but their skill level is just, I think, on a different level than these two teams that we're watching now. Not to underhype what's this match, gentlemen, but this is going to be pretty awesome because this is revenge for Black and Yellow. Obviously, if they had just not lost to A team, they would have been, happy in the upper division for next season. And then for the A team, they need to strike. They need Lightning to strike twice. Can they do it? The most entertaining team in this upper division thus far, bar none.
Yeah, who would you say Suns fan in that case? And Jenkins, I welcome you to answer as well. Saying that Sad Boys are playing below the level that we'd expected. I would agree with you on that. But what about for these two teams? Who's playing at their level or above? I mean, Black and Yellow seem to be coming in with a bit of a hot streak because they took down A team and Sad Boys, and A team certainly at the end of the league rising up. Who's coming in playing above their expected level?
I think Black and Yellow is because they took a game off of Quincy Crew, and that's really the surprising thing to me. The game off of Sad Boys, sure. I think that, like, with regards to the individual player skill between Sad Boys and Black and Yellow, it's quite minimal. Like, I'd say Sad Boys is probably slightly better, but they only take the edge by like a slight amount. Whereas between A team and Black and Yellow and A team and Sad Boys, there is a monumental individual experience and skill difference between these players. Now, with that being said, Sasezbo has been so consistently impressive with his absolutely beautiful Earthshaker Rubik play. You can see that it's even getting respected here in the first phase. So, and Rises too has impressed me at every position. So, like, a lot of these players have kind of grown over the course of the season. So it's hard to say because both of these teams played 2 weeks ago. That's the last time they played. So we actually haven't seen them in a long time. And a lot can happen in that period. Like, if you lose 10 pubs in a row and then you go and try to play in competitive, you're going to be trash. Like, I don't care who you are. That's going to weigh on you. So it really depends on, like, how these players are all individually feeling. But if everybody's feeling okay, what we should see here is Black and Yellow and Sad Boys win. Like, that's what we should see if everything is fine and the team play is the same between these teams.
Couple of go ahead, please, you first.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off of what Jenkins was saying about Zabo, who, that's how you actually pronounce the name for those that are actually wondering. Of
course,
not only the Rubik but the Earthshaker, as you mentioned. We interviewed him and asked if he thought the shard was broken. He was emphatic in saying that it was not broken, but it's now been horribly nerfed to the point of whether you even buy it or not is really in question. I think most would say no. Will he even pick that hero? Now, we'll see if he's going to stick to his word, gentlemen. Best of one.
Best of one, that's the big thing. And I imagine Black and Yellow to be coming this one, not looking to underestimate any team. I don't want to call one thing they underestimated them last time, but I would imagine certainly looking to take them a bit more seriously. And I know we didn't have any pre-match videos prepared for today, but I did still have the opportunity to speak to some of these teams. I tell you firsthand, Zabo obviously was pretty upset that he's in this tiebreaker situation. Definitely puts a bit of blame onto Sad Boys for it, thinking that they should have won that draft and won that game and not been in this situation. And even Black and Yellow had agreed. Jubei, who spoke for them, was saying that he was surprised they were able to kind of get the job done against Sad Boys. And also, a Void Spirit's picked here. They played Void Spirit in that series against Sad Boys, if I'm not mistaken. Jubei played it. And the thing about that is that Jubei even admitted himself that that was the first time he played Void Spirit in a pro game. Even though he's actually currently like level 22 Void Spirit, he had to use that leverage to convince his team to pick him the Void Spirit. And it did work out to their success. So this could be a Jubei Void Spirit. It could be a mid Void Spirit. They have the benefit of that flexibility now.
I honestly like it as a 5 here.
Those level 25 techie pub players out there, they have a chance to get on a pro team. Just
Jubei's pretty high level on techies, dude. He's pretty high level on techies.
He is.
Speaking
that
of
could be a best of one strat, That could be a best of one strat. You never know.
But I like this.
Like 4 melees? Why not?
Lucky King.
Go ahead, Jenkins.
That's okay. It's fine. I wasn't going to say anything. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and just talk about tech, even though it's, never going to happen. Whatever. It's wasting time.
Best of one. These are the times to bring it out.
Shit.
I would like to invite you to please continue talking. Please.
I'll tell you something about this Void Spirit, okay? Any dummy is going to look at this draft and think, okay, well, you pick this Void Spirit, you give 8th pick. it's gonna be Monkey King coming out. Everybody knows that. But you have the old switcher from Jubei, and I think that's why this draft trap of getting this Void Spirit against the Monkey King, because they're so confident having this Mirana Void Spirit combo in their 4-5 position. Anyway, back to you, Sunsfan.
Would like you to please keep speaking. Please continue.
Dakota, could you send me the email for BTS HR real quick? Go ahead and jenkinsdota@gmail.com.
What's the complaint exactly? What's the title of that?
Is there a way to mute his mic?
10 seconds remaining.
So, gentlemen, putting all that aside here,
5
just a brief
seconds
moment. I did
remaining.
receive word, and as we know, Black and Yellow have been pretty flippity-floppity, if you will, about their captain and drafter. Today it is 0.
Radiant team pick.
Back in the captain drafting seat. I know they've dabbled a bit with Jubei there, and he even was laughing a bit about how the team has been kind of over the place with their leadership. So
yeah, we had in the interview he confirmed he didn't want to captain, but he just did it because Zero was bad.
10
They all decided
seconds
Zero was bad. Zero accidentally captained them to a win against Quincy Crew,
5
so they just let him
seconds
keep
remaining.
captaining. And Jubei hates his fans. That's what we got out of that interview, basically.
Yep, that's what we learned. That's what we
Radiant
learned.
team
But,
back.
Classic Jubei.
all right. Now, still a
We
little bit
won't
up in the
really-
air.
Yeah, the Void Spirit. Exactly. I mean, it's much more straightforward from the A team. Obviously, Monkey King we've seen be a bit of a flex, but it's either 1 or 2 coming out here now, depending on the
10
matchup.
seconds
It's funny that we
remaining.
don't see Lion in any. I feel like the
5
upper
seconds
echelon
remaining.
teams, let's say the top 3, they don't pick Lion ever.
Dire team
But we
back.
see it consistently, semi-consistently in the lower portion. Is it because Lion sucks? Probably. It probably does mean that. Of course, it does give you that instant hex ability, which, if you get that blink, can be really good against the Jug. No way to get out of that.
You got Maldic, finger on top of Maldic should help secure
10
a lot of kills there
seconds
too.
Yeah, strong support though. Like I think we saw in the last
5
game, the
seconds
Witch
remaining.
Doctor roaming
Team
with
back.
2 heroes, like having your Lion and Witch Doctor able to roam together and just let all the cores farm is actually pretty powerful. Like any setup start with Witch Doctor is really nice, especially if it's AoE.
All right, so they, A-team, are privy to Black Ape's potential to do the Void Spirit as a position. Picking
10
out the Storm
seconds
Spirit now.
remaining.
There's Ryoya has other formidable pickups he
5
could
seconds
definitely
remaining.
try out in the lane, not just the Void Spirit here. But
Odie's out as well.
Yeah.
Earlier. Not sure how. Like we talked about the nerfs to Odie, I'm not sure if that even changes his position. If he still can just be played in every single position. The nerfs just didn't seem very strong to me.
Yeah, they're not super significant. I
But
think.
this is mostly respect against Ryoya.
dang. The Coddle was actually completely ignored. That
Dire
feels
team
incredibly rare. And it's a Monkey King game and they didn't ban the Coddle. So, I mean, I
Need a
guess
pain ban.
I guess committed to the Void, that's why.
This swap seems fairly targeted. Like, what are you gonna pick mid that you really are afraid of?
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe it is the Void Spirit mid. But
Why don't they just let the Void mid and get the Coddle, right?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, you do get the Coddle, and I mean it's Jubei Coddle. So this is one of the teams that plays extremely well around the Coddle hero. Jubei, I've played against this guy and played with him at pubs when he's on the Coddle, and he just doesn't feel bad
Radiant
about
team
relocating
pick.
people constantly across the map. He's totally fine controlling the entire game. They've been the brighter. I think that's a really good ban. The last pick mid bat just for the Monkey King's game would actually be really good.
On Black and Yellow, they have the pick, so they're potentially picking their
10
mid laner
seconds
to the
remaining.
unknown mid lane matchup.
5
Seth,
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
There's not much left for Ryoya if he's not playing Void Spirit right now.
Viper's gone,
Dire
gentlemen. We won't
team
see that matchup.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so they just go for the 5 Enigma, and they're gonna run DP or Void mid.
So I'm surprised they chose the black hole over the white hole, but it also removed trees. A team fight, of course. Can't hate on Enigma.
10 seconds
Yeah, they have
remaining.
two long cool spells now, though, so you can
5
definitely play
seconds
around
remaining.
that. Only one so far for Tide.
So now we ideally bottom mid or carry that would deal with the whole of the team fight, I think Wraith King would be. Oh, the Wraith King is banned. Okay, GG. Medusa is banned as well.
Yep,
Not
I love
much
Wraith
left.
King. Yeah, good Wraith King. Yeah.
Weaver, Morphling.
Troll is
Morphling
one of
there.
the. Troll is one of the only carries that's left. It's still decent, but it sucks against the black hole. Yeah, it's tough. God. But I imagine they'd be more likely to pick mid just because I think Monkey King, like assuming the Void Spirit's going to go mid is just wrong. I think very likely black and yellow will choose based on this last pick who goes mid between the Void and the Death Prophet. I think you could just throw the Monkey safe line, and then there's more mids that counter the whole.
Phantom
just
ascends
kidding.
your
Wow,
hero.
That's a lot
Yay.
of physical damage.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
Of physical damage.
Yeah, and that,
Holy
in a, I was saying how it's good to have a bit of a mix so your opponent has to prep for both. Does that play into this at all? The A team are putting all of their eggs into the physical basket, picking up that one. So now that we start 10 picks, though, gentlemen, give me your predictions: black and yellow or A team for our first best of
I
one.
mean, that is a lot of minus armor as well between PA and Tidehunter. Ooh, gosh. I'm gonna have to go black and yellow. Just kind of piggybacking off of this major team fight type strat they have going here. You just buy a bunch of armor items, try to mitigate some of that miss armor.
So PA is a 44% win rate hero in 7K plus pubs. They don't have a draft around it with some Invoker or Alacrity. I think this hero is just bad, and I think this draft is really greedy from A team, and I think black and yellow is going to punish them for it. So I'm going to go black and yellow.
All right, straight to it. That's our panel. Let's get into a break, but when we come back, we throw it over to our commentator duo. We got Lyrical Gods to bring you the coverage.
Oh, hell yes.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here taking a look at our second round of 3-team tiebreakers. Gods, we've already figured out who's going to Major. Now we're figuring out who's going to Division 2. A slightly less beneficial prize. I guess it's not really a prize. It's the punishment. But how you
Exciting
feeling
for all the
about
wrong
this?
reasons. Feeling good. I think we're gonna get a totally different style of Dota, which is, we got to see the upper echelon of NA Dota, and this is not the bottom of NA Dota. This is obviously some of the teams towards the bottom of the upper division, but these teams have shown a lot of improvement. They've shown some high quality games. I think for the most part, most of them have just lacked consistency. So hoping we're in for some crazy chaotic games here, because I think that's what these teams have often delivered, especially A team. The last time these two teams met, there was this crazy, I think, 70-minute comeback game where Zabo played on Earthshaker. I think we were casting it. That was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that was one of the wildest ones we've had. Don't worry, by the way, everybody, we're getting into a pause and we're going to get ready in just a moment here to get started. But yeah, that was one of those things that just felt like it was actually black and yellow winning the majority of that game, and then A team were able to just like dig deep, pull something out of nowhere, and then manage a win in that one. I think that, probably black and yellow, they've been looking better since that match. And I can sort of relate to A team feeling a bit frustrated that they have to play this tiebreaker against black and yellow, but that's the way that the DPC works. You gotta, be able to win throughout the course of a season, and then also when it matters most here at the end.
Yeah, in some ways it was like they got this crazy upset, but you're looking good. This is the classic A team 5 minutes.
Oh man, spin right at the start, throws out the stun to make sure the rest of his team can get out of there. Arrow going out. Old Yoda not able to sidestep that one, and he also is going to get two quick kills going the way of black and yellow.
I think, you know, week 1, week 2, this was a great move. Now teams are ready for this. It's becoming maybe a bit too predictable. I don't mind it, but I don't think you can run blindly uphill. They have to maybe change up their routes when they do that play, because A-Team have just done that one too many times.
Right. Well, and you know, if you tend to want to do something that feels like it's gotten you success before, but that's the type of thing when it's just one game, when it just comes down to this one situation, teams are going to be prepped for you much more so than they would have otherwise when you're playing throughout the course of a season and you don't have quite as much time to focus in on the one matchup that you've got. But we'll see how it goes.
And I think that's what's tough for A-Team and why they are bummed out that they have to play these tiebreakers after beating Black and Yellow. Is that was a big upset. I think A-Team are probably the team, you know, they're the underdogs. I think between these 3 teams, the team most likely to drop down. So they're going to have to show up and either come up with something crazy in terms of draft or play to get another upset, because they are the underdogs.
Absolutely. And that's going to be something interesting to watch. And of course, we could have the whole round of tiebreakers to make it go again. I will say that one of the things that I've sort of, I don't know if this is fully right or not, but it's often felt to me like the problems that have existed for these teams are really different. Like, you know, the problem I think with A-Team is one, a lack of experience, but also to some extent just like lack of experience playing at a high level. So they don't have that like consistent thing, but that's really different than the problems that Sad Boys is facing, and also that Black and Yellow are facing. I really like this Black and Yellow team to come out of all of it. I think this team looked really, really strong.
Yeah, I think they're a team with a very high ceiling, and if they do stay in the upper division, they took a game against the crew. I don't think, you know, it never felt like Sad Boys or A-Team stood a single chance against Quincy Crew, and Black and Yellow looked very competitive when playing them, so I'd love to see, you know, Black and Yellow have another the next season. But they've got to get there first.
Absolutely. Well, look at this match a little bit. This is, of course, one of the star players for Black and Yellow, right? Playing on the Death Prophet, played with a bunch of T1 teams, facing off against Prince, who's definitely shown himself to be a talented mid at multiple points. We're probably going to see that Monkey King active early. Down bottom, able to sidestep the Jubei Remnant drop down.
Yeah, and it is going to be the Void Spirit. When the Enigma came out, you know, similar to the panel, I thought we were going to see a 5-position Enigma, but they're putting the Enigma in a core role. They're going to deny the PA's farm more so than they want to secure this and deny the offlaner farm. Because, you know, this is not the easiest match against the PA. PA can easily get on top of the Eidolons, farm them, can get on top of Enigma, but it's a great Enigma game. This hero is amazing against Tide as well as Monkey King. It's not totally decent against PA as well. There's nothing to deal with the BKB Black Hole, so this is a very good Enigma game.
Very, very nice stuff for sure. Hypothetically later on, I think that I guess the biggest thing that I want to see out of this also is like if they're able to maybe find an early kill onto Zero, or probably not Flea because Mirana's like mobile, but I think that there's a way that Enigma can be a little bit susceptible to early kills and get some extra rotations in.
It's a very greedy pick. They're going to need their pretty good mid to more active one. Needing space and room for the Juggernaut.
For the hunt.
So far, the lane's going slightly better for A-Team, it looks like, in terms of the CS, but it is Black and Yellow. It's like Gold Lead, the Enigma 10 as you know, generally be with all the Idol, so no one having a massive advantage coming out of the laning stage.
Right. And of course, the big question is going to be who is it that's able to get these runes in the mid lane. That's something to watch for, definitely, but also those early rotations. I'm not sure exactly what is going to be like the best. Void Spirit is a weird one to me, where like, hypothetically he might be able to rotate and do something because he's got like a really cool toolkit, but at the same time he's a 5 and it feels weird.
I think the 5 Void Spirit often needs a teammate to set up the Aether Remnant because you get such a late sector. Right. So he's going to want to play around his teammates. He's taking a lot of damage. 5 yet. He was surprised storm. He's going to
oh, play. We're looking at mid. We're almost hold on. As well.
So really successful play. PA expected Starstorm maybe. This Fleet just committed all 3 lead charges to get the kill.
As on bottom, they're trying to bring down the bloody sky. Needs a crit here from Samson. Doesn't manage to get in range quickly enough to get it. They're going to salve up. There's a lot of aggression going on, as we've come to expect. Both main team hit black and yellow at various points.
A-Team doing a good job of just killing Eidolons every time Zero is summoning them. They've got Cast as well as Dagger plus Phantom Strike. You know, this is where Enigma's going to be feeding quite a few Eidolons. Very back and forth lane state, even though it's 3 kills, nothing on the back end goes at A-Team. That's slight edge as far as the CS and lane go.
That's right. It'll be something to watch for, definitely. And stacked on by black and yellow. You can see Fleet here going for the double in that triangle. And I mean, the thing is, they do have the tides which might be able to move and try and sneak those ones away, as the stun off the mark there by Zabo. So that's going to be something to watch for, is like, can black and yellow actually get away with clearing the stack? That's right. Oh, yeah. Going on the Prince. Pops Exorcism. He's been putting a ton of pressure.
His siege wagon is coming. They need Mirana here. I'm sorry, Mirana's on black and yellow, so they have nothing to deal with this siege wagon. This could just be an early tier 1 tower. Exorcism still has a good 10 seconds left on it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is Jubei doing the resident pulse to soak up some of the damage. And with the creeps there, no, in turn, old Yoda shows up. They just bring numbers. They don't have a Mirana, but they do have a hell of a lot of heroes. As Jubei is going to get chased down, it's going to be a damage with that Maledict tick. And Zero finds the kill on Rises up top. There's even Black Hole used. So when multiple heroes rotate, they can find a punish.
It's in the Malefice. A lot easier to set the arrow with the second point there and flee. You know, we didn't really talk about this too much. This is his best hero. This is what he's most well known for when it comes to obviously even professional Dota. His Mirana is feared.
For good reason, absolutely. So, and Exorcism down as Prince trying to play aggressive in the face of Raider with his Ace run. Gets up that stack Jingu. There is Jubei nearby, with Zabel also looking for a jump here. There's no way we're playing too safe.
Prince just uses it to regen. But bit of an bit from Mirana too. Going for a Wraith Band early on, just getting that extra right click. I think he did that with the first blood money that he got, because Flea accidentally took first blood. He's got double Wraith Band Mirana. This is looking like a mid Mirana build. This is, you know, definitely, I trust Flea more than anyone to know how to play this Mirana. So he feels with this stuff, he could just dominate multiple kills by having this Wraith.
For him again, and you can see goes back on the mark, tries to get another round of stacks. Didn't get the ancients that time, but did get the hard campus down bottom. Do anything to him. I thought there might have been a chance to go there with the full 6 on Jug, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, they don't have stacks. It's top lane, some aggression now.
Black Hole on it, catches them both and kill off Rises, but Zero might have been a little bit too far as Prince moves into position. They're gonna try and chase this Enigma. No man for TP. He's making it.
That's really fun. That's 4 heroes top, one of whom the PAU killed. So as soon as that happens, you're playing. This guy does get the kill.
He's still taking a lot of damage. Yeah. It is not. And
he knows, like, there's no TPs. They won't speak up. It's safe to dive. It's a tier 1 tower, gets a kill even with the deny. Totally worth it. Black and yellow make a really good play.
So a 2,000 gold lead for them now. At just about this 8-minute mark, and no towers taken, not even really that much damage dealt onto the tier 1s across the board. Wow. As Yoda getting chased down, you had double Wraith Band. Man, it is a lot of damage.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I guess not feeling the Urn build. I don't think anyone else is getting Urn charges. Maybe Void Spirit's going to go Urn this game. He has Sage's Mask, but
Radiant are scanning.
Opting for this very aggressive click kind of build.
Very interesting. Well, at the 8.5-minute mark right now, we're taking a look at all 3 networks being held by the Radiant across the board for those cores, and more importantly, it's that Mirana that's almost caught up to the Tidehunter even. She is really farmed.
He's playing so aggressive behind this tier 2 top. We'll get rotated. They're just so dumb. Have they got detection? I don't see a single stripped up, and just going to move Shadow out of the fleet is creating all the space in the world. And now he's got backup.
mean, this is wild if they go. They don't have exorcism. This feels a little bit crazy to me, but if they want to make the move and appear to make this top tower, why not? A-team left with everybody else. Old Yoda gonna TP out of there. So it's gonna be another Tier 1 tower taken by Black and Yellow, who are looking really good these first 10 minutes.
Yeah, now
Dire's
this
top tower has
is going to
fallen.
become property of the Radiant team. It's going to really limit where PA can play and farm, as well as the Tide. Tide's probably going to be playing around the mid lane, and then they're going to
Radiant's
chip this
middle tower
dire
is under
triangle
attack.
between the
Dire's top
cores.
tower is under attack.
Well, Rises does come back down here bottom with 4 heroes collapsing on the location. Yeah. Sun realized everything from
scanning.
Black and Yellow just feels like they're reading the game really well.
They need to get this move on Judgment faster. It's very hard to make because they've got Heck before he spins, otherwise he just spins
Dire's
TPs
top
up, so
tower
you've
is
kind of got to
under
get him
attack.
at nighttime from fog. Yamson just very good map awareness, backs off at the right time, and they haven't lost a tower yet on the Black and Yellow side, and it feels like a moves are being made by
Radiant's
18,
bottom
but just
tower
not
is under
hitting on them.
attack.
Dude, he is like insane right now. He stacked up all those camps. Enigma goes and clears them out.
Radiant
He's like
structures are
really close to
fortified.
catching up to the Monkey King. This is getting out of hand for 18.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Plus.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, they're getting set to try and defend this in the bottom lane.
They
I
want to
mean,
arrow the siege group, I think. Or they don't even need to.
take the fight maybe. I mean, the thing is, it still has Ravage available, but they force out a team. They're able to get away from it. There's not really a move they can take on a team that feels comfortable.
They were lucky that TPK just before the arrow and the red ball. That could have been ugly quickly. But so they don't get killed, they're going to get this tower. This is going to be a third tier 1 tower for Black and Yellow here. With boots of travel, so they've just got such a great global potential. It's a very greedy, but when you're like this, he's going to easily get away with this, and this just allows us to farm more lanes and just get even further ahead.
Yeah, you can show up at a moment's notice. I mean, if Zero
Dire's
wanted to here, you could even
bottom tower has
possibly
fallen.
black hole Prince in mid, and then they TP in, try and finish the job, but not going to go for it. Instead, he heads up top, puts the pressure back onto Rises, where he was blurred.
Fortunate that he was blowed. That TP almost came right on top of him. He was just out of range, or death throw with exorcism could have gone aggressive. Perhaps could be some trouble here. These two heroes not sure they've got the damage to kill him. Otherwise, this would be a great kill to find for 18.
This would be really nice, but I don't feel like they can do it. I mean, it's tough. It's really tough.
The smoke plays mid. They've got Finger of Death now, so they've got a lot of damage. I think Zayden could have TP top to that outpost. They could play instead. It's top.
Bloody Sky getting jumped on by everybody. It looks like Zabo is going to get chased. Zabo likely to fall there. Double kill for Aoya, who is having a hell of a game.
He looks like he wants to chase.
Yeah.
If he
Arrow?
I think he
Oh my god, no, it's not the mark. That would have been sick.
Really close. He is
Thank
so
you. I
freaking
fully
farmed on this
consider
run.
your work.
On a level 9. And game just continue to get better and better. They're going to have a Necro 3 soon on Enigma, and with the Necro books, I think the damage to clear this ancient stack. It's just a double stack, but a lot of gold XP going the way of Black and Yellow with a 6k gold lead. We're just 20 minutes in.
I'm gonna try and stack it again. The unfortunate part, obviously, is that you
Profits back top. Exorcism soon. Gamson, you know, he's got this farming build with the Maelstrom, but has to fight as well. Like a level 9, almost 10 jog. Omni Slash is something that, you know, I just can't run it with a Ravage off. He has to be juggling against the or an Omni Slash off.
right. Well, and the thing that I think is so nice about that build is partially also the build the PA
Radiant's
going
bottom
out for this
tower
battle
is
here,
under
right?
attack.
So it's a while before 18 can really bring PA to these fights and feel like she has presence. And they touch it. Prince in trouble. Getting ran down again. Ravage comes out. That is going to do enough to kill off Lee. That's a big one. I think Monkey moves in. Tries to chase down Bloody Sky. Knows there's no Ravage. Oh, no Finger either. That was used in the blow up on the Rana.
want to dive for some more there, but unfortunately, threes this earlier, not the best of ideas. Getting tier 2 tower would be nice, but they lost some creeps. They've got another wave coming, and a tier 2 tower for 20 minutes. Well,
Dyer's top
they can
tower has
control this
fallen.
and outpost as well.
That's going to further increase that lead and cause more problems, most likely, as the areas where this PA can farm to try and be shut down that much further. We're at 15 minutes coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Still hasn't gotten that Battle Fury done. It's tough.
It has been. The lane did not go for Rises. Just having the first blood on the Mirana, getting that extra gold. If they can make some moves, turn this game around, but so far the rotations just more for 18. They do a lot of their smoke.
Prize is mine.
Bounty runes picked up by Flea down here, so only one bounty rune going the way of A-Team. Everything just feels a little bit discombobulated for them.
Even there, you can see 18. Well, you know, thought about getting aggressive on enemy bounty room. Then two, they kind of get the idea that A-Team has, you know, 3 more heroes there. They're like, okay, let's just back it off, and we'll just take the one, save one in the river, give them one bounty room.
Fleet goes for that arrow, spots that Zabo's down here as well, and that is going to be the signal. Maybe we shouldn't go down here any further.
Team gonna initiate it. Doesn't look like it. No finger of death for another 45 seconds. It feels like that a much needed bit of damage getting kickoffs.
Jubei forced out back mid again. He's fine. PA continues to farm on the other side of the look at the battle is coming out right now and immediately queuing up that BKB afterwards.
Tide's gonna have a blink dagger under it with how game deciding this could be in the EG series today. Look at team fight, that instant initiation will allow them to start taking some fights. Especially like I would try and risk Roshan here, but AT may just not get there. I'm not even sure if they're gonna get there in time.
We'll see. They're eyeing up Flea down bottom where they have found a big jump in coming from Prince, trying to control but a leap away, and he gets out. Flea gets away with it. Pink coming for Roach. It feels like they know that this is going on, but they can't get there in time.
Yeah. The other side of the map. Flea just getting out of there. 1400 health with this Spirit Vessel. He is just damn tanky as well. And it was an Arcane Rune Exorcism, so that's going to be back up in 6 seconds here. And even without the Exorcism, it feels like Black and Yellow can take some fights.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They may have faith, but Blink Ravage, let's try and make something more.
And this was not revealed on the creep waves. They didn't know what's coming. As Necrobook moving over to the side. Don't have vision yet. Don't see the bloody sky. Maybe looking for a jump. Oh my God! You absolute cheese!
Dyer's
They
middle
blow
tower
up.
has fallen.
What a silence!
Nothing going right for A-Team. They're, you know, they understand the position they're in. They know they have to make some kind of an aggressive, hard execute play, and every single time Black and Yellow is just ready for it. The individual play there from Rio was just
They're top bottom now and trying to get run down. If they don't get this kill, this feels really bad. They try and turn now on to Dubé, jumps away, lets the pulse to help stay alive. Raya now here with the BKB of his own. Not really afraid of old Dota apparently, as Yamsun moves in afterwards. They pop Ravage and lose their 2 supports. Devastating.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yet again as they just give him the run. My God.
it almost felt like a Ravage where the last couple of fights where they tried to defend the towers, they wanted to fight while Exorcism was down, they just couldn't get a good initiation. So it just felt like Tide was like, ah, screw it, I've got 2 heroes, I've got backup, may as well go for this, but it was not a true team fight. They didn't really have the follow-up we needed for it, and definitely A-Team showing signs of frustration here with how much they're being played.
Tough stuff. The Black and Yellow looking good on fronts, and now again, you look at this Marat. Flea is almost caught up to the freaking PA. Like, it is a scary time right now to be playing. Oh my goodness, Prince is wild. Prince is out of his mind. Prince is getting, well, torn apart a little bit here.
Yeah, he's fine.
But the Royal is more than enough. Now they also got eyes for the bloody skies dying on the opposite side. Tries to blink away. here.
That was a finger of death. That's a almost 3-minute cooldown to take out the Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower
Jug used
is under
such a time to nail down the finger they black there. Then just the 18 died.
Silence, chase down, looking for the final kill
Dire's
here. If they
middle
can make it
tower
happen.
is under
Doesn't
attack.
look like it, but they're just gonna sit comfy with that extra move and moving in afterwards. And black and yellow, they did not want to play around this time, taking 18 very seriously and going up to take this high ground.
Dire's
Oh,
middle
solid.
tower
Really
has
good
fallen.
performance from black and yellow.
This is the kind of lead they had last time, but I just don't see that comeback potential with their team strap. You know, they don't have that crazy high ground defense. They don't have that amazing team potential. Like, yeah, there's a Ravage, but the itemization with EKBs on the Radiant team, Enigma rushing one after the Necro 3, but already having one, it's just going to be way too tricky. Not to mention, you're basically up against 4 cores with how farmed this Mirana is at this point.
Yeah. Realistically, it did look like this, and the big difference is the Berserker versus the Lion. Like, that's what Zabel was playing. He was on a hero that could do that with that
Radiant
Aghanim Shard
are
and
scanning.
make those moves. Granted, Lion can be a pretty good team fighter, but it's going to be a problem. It's going to be really tough for them to make this work.
That was so good from Juve. Just scouted out a, 5-man smoke move. And then Jug, it looks like Jug kind of almost gets caught there, but Jug knew exactly where they were because of Juve, who popped the smoke, jumps out of the dissimulate, and then Jug's like, okay, I'll just farm this last wave with the win, and then TP.
Really, really clean performance from Black Yellow here. 17,000 gold lead. And as the agent was reclaimed, they're gonna have to wait a while before they go to the next one. And again, this was the sort of same situation that they were in that other series against A-Team, and they decided to push for high ground at that point. They decided to try and, you know, not wait for that next Aegis. This time you can see they're playing a lot more patient.
They're gonna wait for Enigma's BKB. They can wait for BKB Blink. You mentioned. Exactly. They're in no rush. Their lineup is scaling better. A-Team is not farming the map. A-Team is just desperate to find kills. Everything they're doing is trying to find pickoffs because they know they're being out-farmed. They have to get these kills. For the most part, it is not
Radiant's
working at
bottom
all.
tower is under attack.
True enough. And PA still staying up there in terms of farm. She's about 2,000 gold behind the Jug after finishing the Battle Fury, and actually we decided to go straight up for the Desto, which I kind of like. It's that, you know,
Yeah.
it's a decision. Like, you just go for BKB and lose
Dire's
fights, or
middle barracks
some
are under
chance.
attack.
Yeah, I think it's fine. You're, potentially going to get BKB Black left away, so we'll see Zero get Blink Gush, but there's no follow-up for this. If anything, it follow-ups from who has an Omni Slash. Mid Malphite.
Oh my goodness. Right, almost, no, he didn't have Yules anyways. He's got BKB. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think this is kind of the idea behind this 5-position Void Spirit, similar to like the Enchantresses and the Abaddons. You can just run into 5 heroes and not die, and scout out the smoke ganks, be incredibly annoying. That's what Jude is doing on Void Spirit. Constantly out, quote-unquote, out of position, knowing that he is so difficult to hit. If he dies, he gets caught by a chain disable, a Lion X finger. He's a position.
Yeah. It's much fun. It's just like, you can do what you want. You always feel free. Just make it move. Blade. I've seen that one before in a little while.
Yeah, it's a good start. Like, where it has 6 worth. Like, that's insane for
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Want to, you could have a solar crest pretty in here. You can see A-Team, they're
Radiant's
wrapping.
middle
Oh
tower
no, if
is
they
under
go on
attack.
Yamsun right now, Zero and Ray are right behind him.
Yeah, they need to blow someone up, but Lion doesn't have a blink, so it's so hard to get a good jump. Now the Moonlight Shadow initiation.
And now they're moving, looking for blocks. But there is no opening with the double BKB, and they just don't have an answer. Jump forward, Omni Slash, gonna take it down, Ryan. One by one, they call a triple kill for Yamsun. Pretty as can be.
Just
Dire's bottom
easy
tower
peasy,
is under
and
attack.
tier 2 tower gonna be
Radiant
playing. Not
structures
sure
are
there's enough
fortified.
extra. Okay,
Dire's
there's still a bit
bottom
left. They can at
tower
least do
has
damage
fallen.
at high ground, much like mid lane. They may just go for the tower here. With a double down jump. Yeah, they're gonna push me down fast. And mid lane, Bloody Sky. I think. Like,
Dire's
sounds like,
bottom tower is fallen. Dyer's
Yeah,
bottom
that's one really
barracks are
hurt.
under attack.
You know, on the other side of the map, all you're also taking that tower. Ooh, blink. Hey, the enemies run. All right.
Dyer's bottom
And
barracks.
inside range, they pull him back. Arrow gonna connect. Oh my god. They sentry drop down the kill. Doesn't look back. Gets your down 2D. Back up next time. Ready to go. With the ultimate black. In trouble. Silenced afterwards. Find on black. Ravage comes out. Still has that healing board off the side. Keep from a block. The big stun comes from Brand. Maybe they've finally gone a bit too far. A-team able to punish a couple of them.
Yep. Jubei doesn't have a TP, so it might be one more. Jubei hiding in the trees. If that had worked, that would have been something. He may still get out of here. He's being blinked after, though.
Dyer's bottom barracks
Surely
are under
not.
attack.
Yeah, they got it. The chase down comes will be his skin. I mean, it's a rough one. They lost rain or the melee Rex.
Yeah, they lost the Rex. Have to commit 2 buybacks, I think. Yeah, 2 buybacks and 4 bounty runes can be picked up for Black and Yellow. So, you know, get killed, and the experience is really nice. They expect that you get killed, that junk and Enigma is going to go a long way, but they're still deep in this hole that they've got a lot of clawing out to do. And Fleet messing around, it's an hour leap, going for solo. He's not going to find this one, but he is getting out of control of Marana. Grieves.
Yeah, that's insane. He's forced to be reckoned with, and like, it's so hard to blow up this hero when it's, you know, constantly has 3 leap charges. Then on top of that, you've got like wand, raindrops, like all these survivability items. He's just such a pain. So hard to deal with. Even under this ward, they don't feel comfortable going on. It's up top instead, where they found Prince, broke his tree. He's gonna pop BKB and run out of there. Not feel good.
No, it doesn't. And so after that, Black and Yellow probably saying, you know, that was a good fight. We got a Rex. Yeah, but jump, but we've got Roshan back up. It was a good way to use the before this next Roshan. They'll
Radiant
themselves
are
8
scanning.
Cheese. I mean, Arcane Rune Exorcism as well, so Rio just pop it over if they want.
Ooh, I like that idea. Sounds really nice.
Yeah, same thing as last time, where this is such a nice to have for Roshan. Often opponents will think, okay, let's fight into Aegis because they don't have Exorcism, but the Arcane Rune just reduces that cooldown so significantly.
We can move on in. I mean, for a team like you, they know that this is going on. Like, trying to go into this is just deadly.
It's like Fluke's always push out. Nothing really. If Last Blink, I probably would have been punished a lot more, but they just haven't been able to give Zabo the
Blow sharpens our blade.
It's gonna get now, but as you said, a little bit too little, a little bit too late. And Aegis, as well as Cheese, there, you so just finish off his Aghanim Scepter as well. So we've got a scary little group of people coming up here towards high grounds.
Wait for the Exorcism. I'm not even sure if they have to. They can just plop Jug up there with his Aegis on. For now, it looks like they're trying to get that full map control. Necro 3, one of the, you know, very commonly bought items, partly because you just spam it and de-ward the entire map.
Right.
And now only 1 ward for a team.
Yeah, and it's not where Black and Yellow are really going to be playing most likely. Let's have that Aghanim as well on. But yeah, son moves in with that Aghanim, tears apart. Holy Yoda, and now ready to go in this melee round. I'm going to keep that game ward alive, but there's so little that they can try and do against this Jug.
They want to defend this potential ravage that they're working at plants so
Jubei not going to get hit by that Boundless Strike. Backs away again. Coconut will bounce, but there is no follow-up. Zabel again has that blink finger. It's into the Aegis. Spin comes out. The silence is there. Managed to deny the racks, but I mean, again, it's just rinse and repeat right now. Black and Yellow, too difficult to come up and battle against right now.
Jubei's doing the same thing he's been doing all the time. Standing up in the front lines, making sure there's no smokes, making sure he protects his back line. The Marana. I think the one they can win fights if they get like Blink Rabbit jump on the Enigma before BKB is used, and then they have it over. But Zero's positioning really well, and now they've got the that he can stay incredibly far back.
Absolutely. Ready to throw Blinks in. Gonna get hit by that silence there. And Mindbreaker so frustrating to play against. And look for the jump, thinking about something. He's inside. Jimmy, and he with that back hole in the back. Comes out, but they gotta be careful on it, team. If they chase too far, although with Jubei dead, looks like comfortable, at least for the moment. Actually,
You still win a team fight if they get a black hole up though.
can they find that enigma on the back line? Do you think it's time to go for it? And there's the black hole. Down on the ball with the DK. There is no more.
Dyer's
No
top barracks
buybacks
are
on
under
any of
attack.
these heroes. Black and yellow might just have done
Dyer's
it
top
as they
barracks
find
is
themselves
falling.
yet another kill. A team. They can't believe it. GG is going to be called. Black and yellow win the first series out of this best three tiebreaker. Well, not best of three, but you know, 3-team tiebreaker.
Very convincing too. Yeah, I think Black and Yellow, I think we're a little disappointed in them at the start of the DPC season, but this has been a great last couple of weeks for them.